Tumut camp draft today, something different for Campbell's Comics. I'm here catching up with Matt Moy. Firstly, Matt, warm little day.
It is indeed, Paul. We've had a shower this morning as well, but it's getting a little bit steamy.
12 months ago, they were towing trucks out of this arena and everyone's saying they can't believe it rained. I'm like, I didn't think it ever stopped here in Tumut.
Yeah, no, it's a great part of the world.
It is a great part of the world. Camp drafting is great fun, isn't it?
It is, yeah, no, very addictive sport, and it's a bugger when it doesn't come off, but when it does, it's a wonderful feeling.
What is it? What I suppose gets you addicted? You've recently come back into the sport. What is it about camp drafting that makes it so appealing for a whole family, actually?
Yeah, look, Paul, it's a great social sport. There's a lot of aspects to getting a run right, and there's certain technicalities as well. You've got to have a good horse underneath you and choose a good beast, but you've also got to be doing the job as well. And it's hard to get it all right, but as I said, when it does, it's a great feeling.
Well, no, Bardo there before he came back in, he you get 6 cattle, and he reckons wouldn't have mattered which one he took, he was always going to be in trouble, and that's just the luck of the draw, isn't it?
Yeah, no, you need a lot of things going your way, and yeah, look, some days you walk right into that camp and there's nothing there at all, and and I suppose that's where the skill comes into it. You see the really good guys, they can go in with not much in the camp and still rattle off a 90, and you've got to take your hats off to those people.
You were telling me there before you left the sport for a while. You were in it when you were young, and then took off to become a businessman, I suppose?
Yeah, look, grew up with Mum and Dad doing this, and Dad was a local stock and station agent, and he was always doing the announcing, and as kids we were sort of in the juniors and juveniles, and then my career sort of took off and had to get busy there for a while, but been fortunate enough to be able to come back into the sport probably about 3-4 years ago, and absolutely loving it.
Did you always keep an eye on it when you stepped away, or were you able to distance yourself completely?
Yeah, no, look, I certainly kept a distant view on, I suppose the big drafts like Warwick and Chinchilla, and, a couple of drafts more local to home, and just see who was doing what and what was going on. But look, life was pretty busy then, so sort of wasn't too involved at all.
I mean, the Warwick actually got called off, but I was at Chinchilla, and they're brilliant. And it don't matter if it is Chinchilla, Nutrient Classic, any of those ones, even here at Tumut. They're just fun, aren't they? And everyone's so inviting. I love it. I mean, the way people treat me is terrific. It's not just a competitive sport where you can come away as a winner. It's just the way, the camaraderie, I suppose, you have around the place.
Oh, yes, that's right, Paul. It's enormous. And look, win, lose or draw, you'll have a great weekend or a great week away, and, plenty to be learned, and, great people.
You even get told how to get dressed if you're not in the right shirt, is that right?
Apparently, particularly if it's muddy and sweaty.
Yeah, rumour has it, but we won't go there. Businessman, you've came back into the sport. Do you come back in just to do it as a hobby, or is there a little bit more of a business model to what you're doing?
Yeah, sure. Look, it certainly was to come back into the sport and get more involved and, look, enjoy the cattle side of things as well. But, look, with the increase in prices, sales like Nutrient, there is certainly a business model there. And, look, it's very exciting for what the future holds. And you just need to have a look what's happening in America with horse prices there recently. There's a huge future in this sport.
Do you like that side of it? Like, when you'd left, I'm tipping roughly down my maths, you're talking 15 years ago.
Or
more. So you would have seen a massive change when you come back in, what you said 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, look, the quality of the horses is just unbelievable now, and the bloodlines, and obviously therefore the prices. It's great now seeing people making a real living from this sport.
What is your goals? What's Matt Moy's goals?
Yeah, look, I'd just like to have quality horses underneath me and be breeding quality horses, and obviously be selling a few through each year, and you've got to pay a few bills. So yeah, that's the goals.
To one day make a living out of it?
Oh, no, I don't think so, Paul. I don't think I'll be that fortunate, but just have a heap of fun doing it, and as I said, breeding quality horses is I find very, very rewarding.
I know you got a good draft of mares, and they've been performing well today. At the minute, you got 3 still going through. Although you think you might only have one of those. Stallion wise, is that something that's on your radar too, though, to get a quality stallion?
No, my Matt Holtz has warned me that no, that's not for me. And look, there's amazing bloodlines out there, and I suppose the way we run our operation, it's pretty hard to have a stallion at our place. So look, we'll just be looking at buying semen and doing the job that way.
Matty Holtz is he's a good advisor for you and that as well, and I'm going to have a chat with him in a minute. It must be great to have someone with his skill set around. he might be a bit rough on you saying you can't have a stadium, but I mean, it must be great to have that skill set. And I would imagine then with these mares, he probably advises you on where you can and can't send them, or where you should and shouldn't send them, I suppose.
Yeah, look, we probably run that side of the operation a little bit separately on the breeding side, but on the training side and the breaking in side, and obviously the competition side as well, Matt just does a wonderful, wonderful job for us.
And he rides a few of yours, you ride a few?
Yes, yeah. So he's got 2 of our younger mares, which are both going back to the Classic and for the Challenge, and yeah, I ride the older mares.
How many you send them back to the Classic?
Yeah, we've got 2 this year, so a mare we bought in 22 and a mare we bought in 21.
You enjoy that? It's because Nutrient just recently got into the standardbred section. That's how sort of I come about this. But this, purchasing a horse and then going back next year and being eligible to compete. But you can sort of see your opposition when you're purchasing the year before, and it's going to be tough. Like I'd imagine there's good and bad sides to that.
Oh, yeah, look, no matter what camp draft you go to, Paul, it's always tough and you need a fair bit of luck. But look, Nutrient's a wonderful, wonderul concept, and the opportunity to be buying a horse and then going back to compete the next year for such huge amounts of money, it's a wonderful, wonderful concept.
As we were saying just there before, the drain, Nutrients, 10 days, I think now. I think most people are there for 14, 15 days. You said there you had a camp draft between Christmas and New Year. They are getting bigger and bigger. You guys have a beautiful truck here. Everyone's going to have like 3 trucks. You're going to have a home school or something soon for everyone to be able to keep going to the camp drafts.
Yeah, no, look, the growth in the sport's been unbelievable. And look, they're all year now, and you've got people obviously going up from this part of the world up into Queensland and Winter and doing their circuits and things. So, yeah, no, a lot of fun to be had.
That was another great plus about Chinchilla, I must say, because it was winter time down here in Victoria, or Victoria a little bit further down, and it was very cold. But Chinchilla's just a beautiful place. They're all great places, aren't they?
Yeah, no, and that's another positive of this sport. I mean, you go to some towns and places that you'd never go to normally in your normal life, and it's just wonderful. And, yeah, we're not too far here from the river here at Tumut, and it's just a gorgeous spot.
It is a really great spot, I must say. Matt, thank you. Good luck at the Classic. Where is that next for you, or have you got another draft coming up before that?
Yeah, no, that'll be it for us now. So we'll go home from here and then get ready for the Classic, and we'll have a great week up there.
Quickly, where's home?
So farms at Sutton Forest, and I live in Sydney.
Oh, very good. You're not related to Nathan Moy, harness racing steward?
No, I don't believe so.
He loves his camp draft, and don't worry about it. If he's watched this far at the end, he's even got the hat going to the trots. He's got it all going, Nathan. He'll be at the Classic. Don't worry about that. Him and his brother, they don't mind purchasing. And I was going to ask you before, but I thought I'll ask you now while we're doing it live.
Oh, I look forward to meeting him.
I'll make sure you do. Don't you worry about that, Matty. Thanks for joining me. Good luck. Good luck at Nutrient. Good luck here today. You might still get a collect. Maybe you get 3, and then you got a better chance.
Oh, well, we'll see how we go.
If you don't, it doesn't matter. It's all about competing, isn't it?
Exactly right. Yeah, and the experience.
Thanks, Matt. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Paul.